Strategic resources are the target this episode, where we can add more, where we can consume less. Oh, and building more new ships, of course, lots and lots of those. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Ancient Relics in our Roma Galactica 2.5 series. Yeah, that one. So, as I mentioned, we have some rethinking to do, particularly where it concerns exotic gases. Because people have pointed out that I've been building, and I totally agree with this, I'd been a complete oversight because I wasn't thinking necessarily about upkeep. I was just thinking purely about the benefits of growth. But every single one of these cyto-revitalization centers that I've built that start as gene clinics consumes exotic gases. So maybe when they are gene clinics, they don't produce exotic gases, but because I have these focused on population growth, and these are helping with amenities too, so I'm going to have to think about that, they're consuming a lot of what I could be producing in terms of my exotic gases. I have a lot of rare crystals, which is nice, which I can sell those and make some money off of those, and maybe use those to buy some other rare minerals of some kind. But what I want to go ahead and do on any planet that has all three of its first rows developed, I'm going to start replacing these cyto-revitalization centers with other buildings, because we just don't need them anymore. I mean, yes, the population growth is good, and I'll have to keep an eye on the amenity situation, but it's better to have other building types here. So right here we have an isolated valley, but I think we already have an alien zoo. Yes, we do. So let's take a look at what else we can do. Now, of course, we could just replace it with something that still produces amenities, but doesn't take up exotic gases. So in this case, we're going to do commercial zones. Do the same thing on Augusta, I think. That might be our choice in most cases. The only thing I want to double check on is whether or not I am exploiting all of my resources. So we have a portal research area. Let's take a quick look here. All right, and we already have... I don't know that I have a moat harvesting trap built here yet. So that might be the obvious choice. Yep. Let's go ahead and get that built, because we're not exploiting those. Like I said, we're going to be focusing on making sure that those resources are covered. In this case, commercial zones. So we're keeping an eye on this number as we go down the list, because that's where we know whether or not there are more resources to be exploited. I think commercial zones is a good call, because that gives us additional trade value while also providing additional... God, I love this track. It's Synthetic God, by the way. Came out with Synthetic Dawn. That DLC. But yeah. It'll help compensate for both trade value and amenities deficits as a result of these switcheroos that I'm doing. Now, as I go farther down the list here, it's going to be less of an issue. It's pointed out that I have some dust caverns here. So there's some moat traps that I've got to build on a few of these worlds. Triana is actually not as developed as the world that I just built some moat traps on a moment ago. But, of course, there are still some planets growing that need their cyto-revitalization centers. But I'm just going to keep an eye on that going forward, because there's plenty of cases where they're just not needed anymore. For instance, Tixium has a gene clinic right now. I'm going to replace with... Let's see. Dust caverns, bubbling swamp, crystalline caverns. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Yep, let's do some gas extraction wells. So we already have the crystal mines and the moat harvesting traps built here. Perfect. So that's going to fully exploit all of those. And then... might not have much else to do. Let's see what we can add here. Amenities-wise, we're struggling a little bit. Might be worthwhile to build. I mean, this is Olympia, so let's go ahead and build luxury residences. This is a world... in name, at least, deserving of some nice housing. That'll help with the amenities situation as well, though. Okay, let's close the sectors section of the outliner. And then also, before I unpause here, we're going to take a look at the stations that we're running and see how those are going. By the way, quick reminder, sorry for the brief content stoppage in this series. I had some other stuff going on that I was working on in the kind of back scenes of the channel this week. And the reminder is that you can always check the community tab if there's ever a weird pause in a series or not an episode on a given day. Usually I will post with some kind of a heads up, so you either know that's happening, or if it's a more complicated thing, I'll post an explanation. So that's always there. You can just go to the community tab either on PC, or you can very easily access it by swiping left until you see the community tab on the mobile app. So let's see. When you're just looking at the channel, you have the option of like videos. And anyway, you know what I mean. But just a quick reminder that that's something you can do. Now, the Tedis station is down here. And I mean, it can build more defenses, I suppose. Yeah, it needs at least one hangar bay. Let's do that. Let's actually do a couple of those, because this will help protect trade value. Then the Nishpan station also needs a hangar bay, but evidently we're building a trade hub there. That's fine. And we have Classis 2 already building. Oh, that's nice. I forgot that I'd already completely built Classis 2. So maybe no more ships, as I was saying. We might build some. We have room for like a small, not another like full Classis fleet, like a Classis 3. We're not ready for that yet, but we're getting there. We'll be there before long, I think. Okay. Now, one more quick look here. We have some unemployments. This is reasonably easily fixed. Food production there. Telepylos, less easily fixed. Generator district already being built here. Okay, let's go ahead and jump up to speed 3.
Construction complete.
And like I said, we're going to keep an eye as much as we can on getting the rare resource situation under control. I think our slave market is probably still borked. Let's take a quick look. Oh, wait. The slave market appears to have fixed itself. That's great news. Finally. All right, so that means we can free some additional pops and put them on worlds where they're needed. Oh, thank God. I'm glad that happened. I really didn't want to have to... Not an Arctic world. Yeah, I didn't want to have to not be able to access the slave market for the rest of the game. That would have been ridiculous. Okay, so ideally we need to put them on a continental, tropical, or ocean world. Ideally. So we can put a couple on Silpium. We could put all 3 on Favonius. Let's do that. And there's actually a 4th, so I'll put 1 on Silpium. All right, now what that means is we can build a city district there, and then Telepylos. Really, that must have just popped up. So since this is probably gearing up to be an energy production world, I'm going to go ahead and give that order for Telepylos. This is going to be a generator world, and we'll build a generator district there. No rare resources to exploit here, so this is an agro world. I've already built the food processing facility. We have some upgrades we can do as well to a number of our buildings. Probably going to start those relatively soon. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do the... I'm going to go ahead and do exotic gas refineries just to boost the production of that resource a little bit more. And I'm going to give the order to upgrade these just a few planets at a time. Okay. I'm going to wait until we have more resources to do that with, though, because we're still a little bit limited in terms of our minerals per turn. So we have 2 full fleets, which is really quite nice. How do we compare to the Hadrian free traders? Yeah, they're completely inferior. We could attack them really anytime we wanted. I just want to make sure that economically we're in a good position to do so. I want to have a little bit more energy built up in the background. I want to guarantee, as we've been discussing in the past episodes, the issue with our economy and our trade settings. For instance, we have our policy set to a civilian trade policy set to consumer benefits. Now, in 2345, 6 years, we will be able to just transfer that back into energy if we want to. Or we can keep it to consumer benefits to ensure that we have a strong consumer goods surplus. Now, we would like to extend this deal. Let's go ahead and bring the market up. I need to be careful not to have the slave market pulled up because it's still, like, really sluggish for some reason. All right, now I can make a ton of energy right now simply by selling off my excess consumer goods. I'm going to keep some of it. But that's ridiculous. Yeah, we want to extend our deal. And then we can also sell some rare crystals. Look at this. This is insane. Alloys we have ridiculous surpluses on as well. Let's see. Empress Lucia 1, we understand that your empire is home to an individual whose brilliant mind transcends the tragical primitiveness of your species. Tragical primitiveness? While the talents of Sobak are sadly wasted in the Roman Star Empire, we Penthalon always have a use for skilled scientists to work in our archives. As such, we are offering you a unique chance to earn our favor by allowing us to take charge of them. Oh, this is really interesting, narratively speaking. We already have a ship en route to pick them up, so you need only say yes, and everything will be settled. I'm sure you won't want to disappoint us, do you? So Sobak, remember this guy? He is the scientist that we abducted from that world that we just bombed to hell. And there was a really cool narrative explanation that a commenter offered that I will just put to you guys because I thought it was an interesting way to kind of justify that snap reaction of just bombing the entire world. Why would the Empress do that? Maybe there was a family member, maybe even a young cousin or a niece or a nephew, someone that had great emotional, importance, being younger and closely related, not necessarily a son or a daughter because, well, maybe it would be a son or a daughter considering we nuked the entire planet. But the point is she lost her shit because that someone of that level of significance was bombed or was killed when the station was blown up, and therefore we nuked the planet to hell. Bit of an overreaction, but at least that was an interesting bit of narrative justification, which I really liked that, even if it's still an overreaction. So I appreciate that suggestion, and I kind of like it. And this feeds nicely into this happening, because now that we don't really... we never really liked the people on Pila to begin with, but now Sobak is probably a bit of a liability because it's like, how does he really feel about the fact, he/she really feel about the fact that we have just done that to their homeworld? So we can say, very well, you may take them, and they may show us favor in the future. Now we have to put in a new society researcher, which is not an issue with me. I'm going to go ahead and recruit. Let's see what our options are, though. I'm going to have Marcia Sidonius take over. And then her science ship. So Zetix, who is a Raxar, will take over her science ship. Cool. All right, that worked well. Let's go back up to speed 3. Unspent trade points. Really? Oh, there are a few humans that need to be reintegrated. Let's go ahead and do this. Apply template. Yeah, just click that.
New sit rep.
Research. 3 months away. What do we have here? Founder species on slave market once more. At least the slave market is no longer borked.
Construction complete.
Which makes me happy. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so the Penthalon Chroniclers have opened their borders to us as a result of our being nice to them. Where are the Penthalon Chroniclers, by the way? Oh, they're up here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We are bordering them now that we've taken over this territory. Quite nice.
Construction complete.
All right, so we're building up minerals a little bit faster now. The Veteresius Confederation and the Shantari Commerce League are rivaling one another. All right, this is a generator world. Let's go ahead and build another generator district here. Oh, wait, nope, that's not. I forgot that unemployment is not at the lower class. All right, so actually, economically, in terms of indicators on various planets, we're doing okay right now. All things considered. So how are we doing? The question is now on exotic gases.
Construction complete.
I think we're mostly... I think we're done. It's surprising that our exotic gas situation hasn't... Hang on a second. Why hasn't our exotic gas situation improved? Maybe it's going to take another 10 days or so. Let's see. Chameleon field exposed. A chameleon energy field of some sort concealing an ancient structure was recently exposed on the surface of Higma 2, a lifeless planet inside our space. Only a chance asteroid impact which was deflected off the field while the planet was being monitored by a passing freighter revealed its existence. Sweet. We have another archaeological site. This should be investigated. It's on Higma 2. That's fantastic. So the RSS Aquarius is already there. Do I have a better scientist than the RSS Aquarius? I bet I do. Not really. So that's perfect. Let's just go ahead and have them hop on over. Excavate that site, please. And that way they'll be very easy to put back in place when we're done.
Complete.
I am so excited that we've gotten 3 separate archaeological sites. I love that they pop up organically this way. I wouldn't have expected it. I probably missed it in the patch notes when Ancient Relics dropped, but I'm so glad that it works that way. Okay. Is it these? Do they cost? No, they don't have upkeep that's gas related. There's the exotic gas surplus. All right, it's much better now. Okay, so this is a generator world. Let's go ahead and build... Oh, wait, these are specialists who are unemployed. Okay, well, in that case, we need to provide additional specialist employment. Let's go ahead and get some more alloy megafurgers going. Well, not megafurgers, but the next level up.
Science Division report success.
Near planes. No, it doesn't work as well as megafurgers. I tried. All right, hyper shields have been researched. We can upgrade all of our ships shortly with that. How about we go with the... Yeah, let's go ahead and research the particle lance because reasons. Actually, because very good reasons. It's a particle lance, for God's sake. I'm going to upgrade classes 1 and classes 2.
Construction complete.
Those upgrades are already kicking
Construction complete.
You can see the fleet power increasing as
Construction
it happens.
complete.
Okay.
Science Division report success.
Good. We have more starbase capacity. We can take advantage of that relatively soon. Naval capacity or fleet command limit plus 10. Ooh, hypercoms forum. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for that. All right, food-wise, we're doing okay. These are all specialists, and it does appear that we have a slight amenities problem on this world. So as soon as we have 65 pops on this planet, we're going to have to deal with that some way or another. But we're a good ways off. We only have 60 pops at the moment. So part of me is regretting replacing the growth-boosting buildings. But you know what I can do? I have ridiculous amounts of food. I can go ahead and say that I want to encourage planetary growth on Augusta. This costs 1,000 food to do. And any world, actually, where I have unemployment issues. Now, part of that I can solve by just upgrading the buildings that I have, providing more jobs. But the amenities situation I won't be able to solve until I can build something new. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, yeah, see, this I can solve. We have a huge consumer goods surplus at the moment. It's massive. Not that I mind, but it's worth noting. That's a ridiculous surplus. Okay. Archaeological site event pending. Ancient tomb. When attempting to extract an item of interest from a pile of assorted bric-a-brac, Lucia Volusius accidentally set in motion a junk avalanche. Buried underneath it, we discovered the sooty remains of a tiny rat-like creature cradling a bottle of stomach wash from a brand common on Earth, as if shielding it from harm. Among the clutter, there was also a tiny chest with precious alien artifacts. My brain is getting ahead of my lips when it comes to reading the final syllable of words. A tiny chest with precious alien artifacts from distant corners of the galaxy. There we go. Excellent. All right, let's keep going. All right, Tixium has some additional jobs that it could use. Let's go ahead and order those upgrades.
Ships refitted.
Good. Oh, yeah. So we're now even stronger than we were before. Their technology level is pathetic compared to ours. So I would say next episode, now that I'm feeling good about our economy, next episode, the Dabulan free traders are going down. Or they're going to start going down anyway. Unemployment and poverty are spreading at an alarming rate on Augusta. This sorry state of affairs is being exploited by local crime organizations who find themselves awash with both easy marks and desperate recruits. So we can say We can give increased benefits, which will increase their pop consumer goods upkeep, and that's fine because I can afford it. So let's just give that order. This has to do with the amenities shortage and the stability decrease on this world. So I could always I could do something like enact martial law. I'm not going to, but I have the option at my disposal. I think one thing I want to do, though,
Ships refitted.
let's go ahead and buy some minerals, because we're waiting on minerals to get some of these upgrades underway, and it's like we really don't have to. Like all of these jobs that could be taken by other specialists right now. I'm not upgrading. The reason should be obvious, but I'm not upgrading my consumer goods buildings right now. It's just not necessary. We're okay with consumer goods. Thanks. No need to upgrade those just yet. However, here I will build an additional mine, because we do need that. Okay, awesome. Keep going. Colonia Caledonia is underway. By the way, let's take a quick look as we pass the 20-minute mark here. These are our terraforming projects. Riador 4A is doing well. Somebody's insulted us. The Izki Alliance has insulted us. We're going to insult them right back. Tit for tat. Quid pro quo, my friends. You scratch my face, I'll scratch yours. All right. Yeah, these upgrades should resolve some of the unemployment issues that we're seeing. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. Looks like we need moats. How are we doing on volatile moats? We need more moat production. We could buy some to upgrade some of these buildings. Yeah, it's really expensive to do that. All right, so upgrading this is going to start consuming my volatile moats. Upgrading the farming boost. What are they called? Food processing centers? Yeah. So I need to keep an eye on that. Slowly learning the intricacies of the new two-stage economy. Well, it's not new anymore, but obviously it's a more complex economy than Stellaris ever had in the past. So it's a slow process.
Construction complete.
All right, Scythia is an agro world, so let's go ahead and just build another farm district. That will help there. Triana. Hey, okay, hang on. This is one of the worlds where we can build... All right, no, not chemical plants. Moat harvesting traps. There we go. All right, so that'll help with that.
Construction
Spalato
complete.
doesn't have any rare resources to be exploited. This is a mining world, however. And I guess what we could do here is just build... Yeah. Makes it a pretty good spot for chemical plants, actually. And Merita is a generator world. We already have an energy nexus, luxury residences, and a heritage site.
Construction complete.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just go all in just for a few construction projects here. Oh, good. New tradition on chemical plants. We want to get our volatile moat production up. Ascrivium still needs more specialists. Let's upgrade the research lab there. That'll help with that. Okay, let's pause for a moment, take a look at our tradition options. So there are two that we can currently choose. While in a defensive war, or we can go with another one here, but we're not going to do that yet. While in a defensive war with another empire, ship build speed is increased by 33%. In addition, the ship fire rate is increased by 15% for ships within your borders. Or we can increase our governing ethics attraction by 25%, making it more likely that we have a homogenous empire in terms of our government ethics attractions. Good. All right, and the next option will reduce amenities usage by 10%, which is really exciting. That's
Construction complete.
honestly a little bit of a bigger deal. All right, now Ithaca, what can you do? Looks like we have an isolated valley, and we do not have an alien zoo yet. So, hell Yes. Perfect. Telepylos. We can go ahead and upgrade that colony. And then this is a generator world, but it does not yet have an autochthon monument or an energy grid. Let's go ahead and do the energy grid first. Favonius. Not a lot for you to do yet. Here, however, is a different story. Let's just do a agriculture district. An agriculture
Construction complete.
All right. Well, we have made some good progress. Now
Science
we've got...
division report success.
All right, Hypercom's forum is just finished. We can make a decision here real quick. I think I will look into clearing that last tile blocker. That's just going to take 4 months. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. We have room to build 2 additional star bases, so I'll focus on that. But now that we've spent a little bit of time focusing on the rare resources, our exotic gases production is up. Volatile modes production is slightly down, but we have some things building right now that are going to help with that. And then living metal, we don't quite have the ability to harvest yet, but we're going to go for that soon. And then hopefully at some point we'll have the ability to harvest dark matter as well. There might be some dark matter in the neighboring territories of the Dabulan Star Traders, for instance. I don't know, but we'll have to take a closer look. I don't see any, actually. But we'll have to take a closer look when the time comes. But for now, I'm going to stop this one here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.